Oh, what a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yee-haw! Howdy, everybody. I'm the Christian Hillbilly. I recently received a comment from an individual who claims to be a Christian, yet denies what God's Word says. I would like for you to listen to what this person has said.
God says He loves all creatures. I am God's creature. I was created by the Lord. By Him, I love Him, respect Him, and worship Him. I go to church, I pray, I read the Bible. I'm also gay. So how dare you say that me being gay is a sin? That is scorning one of God's creatures. Shame.
Well, it never ceases to amaze me that people can say that they go to church and that makes them a good person and that makes them a Christian. Well, going to church doesn't make you a Christian no more than going to McDonald's makes you a hamburger. You know, a person can read the Bible. Does that make you a Christian? No, sure doesn't. You know, God said in His holy word that if you love me, obey my commands. You know, the old Christian hillbilly is not the one who says something is a sin. No, that's not my call. God Himself says what are sins. God didn't create Adam and Steve. He created Adam and Eve. So we've got to get that right. You know, right from the beginning of history, God has set the example of what the family is. That is one man with one woman, loving and committed to each other, and loving and committed to their children. That is the perfect example of a family. You know, homosexuality is a sin because God says so, not because the Christian hillbilly says so. You know, you're right in your understanding that we are all creations of God, created in His image. But He gave us free will, and man uses that free will to disobey the law of God. You know, you could use your same argument here and say, well, how dare you tell me that murder is a sin because I choose to murder. That's my choice. Shame on you. Well, guess what? Murder is a sin because God says so. The same holds true with homosexuality or any sin. You know, if you love God as you say, if this person loves God as they say, you know, they've got a choice to make. If you choose to embrace a homosexual lifestyle, then you have used your God-given free will to break the law of God that God Himself has put into place. God said in 1 John chapter 5, verse 3, this is love for God, to obey His commands, and His commands are not burdensome. You know, I would just say, my friend, if you truly think that you are a Christian, then you have a choice to make. Do you want to follow what your desires are? And sometimes our heart, it can take us in the wrong direction, and we've got to remember that. In Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9, it says, the heart is more deceitful than all else and is desperately sick. Who can understand it? You know, that's why God tells us to love Him with all our heart, our mind, our soul, our strength. We've got to bring the heart under control. So you've got a choice to make. Do you want to follow your heart, which can be deceitful? Or do you want to follow God's law and what God's Word says? You've got a choice, my friend. May God bless you. Thank you for sending me your questions and comments. I hope I've been able to adequately answer your questions. And if not, I hope I've been able to give you a little desire or inspiration to go out and seek out the truth for yourself. Don't take the old Christian hillbilly's word for it. Dig into God's Word and you'll find that it's true. That's why Jesus Christ said that He is the way, the truth, and the life. Once again, I say thank you, and please keep your questions and comments coming to christianhillbilly@gmail.com. Again, you can email them directly to christianhillbilly, all one word, @gmail.com. Thank you all, and may the God of creation, the God of salvation, bless you.